against a veteran who'd fought 48 times and actually won, what, just under half of those. I mean, it was dangerous.
It was a calculated, decision.
Calculated risk, wasn't it?
Without question. He's 23 years of age, this guy. He's very exciting.
Wird in seiner Ecke betreut durch Shukri Aksu. Meine Damen und Herren, ich stelle Ihnen das Kampfgericht vor.
And as we said, this guy, Imantas Davidaitis, has also got the ability to land one, as we've seen.
Ringrichter des Kampfes, Timo Habichhorst.
Plenty of quality in this division, of course, as well, with two German-based cruiserweights right up at the top end of it in Juan Pablo Hernandez and Marco Huck.
We go about 6 rounds, okay? Good luck and back to your corner.
So here we go then, Damir Beljo of Bosnia-Herzegovina in the white, and Davidaitis in the black trunks. 102 amateur fights. Beljo has had a significant amateur record, and he KO'd 83 of them. You wonder why, with stats like that he hadn't turned pro before. Former national champion. As we said, this guy Davidaitis, himself only pro for about a year. He's obviously got a bit of dynamite in that right hand of his as well, so it could be a question of whoever lands first could be the survivor here. But he's been in with some good quality, even though his career is very young, as Beljo.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see if Davidaitis can keep Beljo at long range, keep him on the end of them long arms that he's got. He's obviously the taller man. Got to keep him at range.
Well, that's the ideal scenario, rather similar to the first fight that we have just seen. But he ducks in there well, gets a couple of good left hooks to the body.
Got to keep them hands up, Davidaitis.
Again, rather like Aurelius, he's not actually doing anything with the jab, is he? He's just sticking it out there to keep his opponent at range. He needs to actually throw something. Great left hook again there.
And again, perhaps just a reminder for Davidaitis to keep them hands up. We know how explosive this guy is, how powerful he is.
Some great movement when he's getting in, ducking and weaving and bombing and weaving as he moves in and he launches those hooks and uppercuts literally from the floor of the ring. So the writing is on the wall early here, as you can see him duck in to get inside of that long reach once again.
That's right, his head movement's far better than Safari, A lot of lateral movement, left to right. It's a difficult target to hit.
Unlike Davidaitis, who's got barely any defense, he's got dangerously low guard. And when he does, you can see Beljo going for the body immediately rather than going for the headshot. So good variation from him as well here. There it is again.
And these are hurtful shots, Tim. Clubbing shots. Again, working the body, trying to bring the hands down. Not too sure what that was about.
Getting much power in these shots. Needs to get in a bit closer. He's way too far away, Davidaitis. And is there as that right arm's extended. The left hand of Beljo comes flying over the top of it and lands flush again. His hand speed is very, very pedestrian, Davidaitis. Trying to get in there again. It's interesting just how difficult it is, such as the reach and height advantage he has over his opponent, Davidaitis. But positive opening round.
Yeah, it pretty much is a stereotypical matador and ball kind of situation, Tim. And at this moment in time, the ball seems to be getting the superior of the two of them.
As we said, there's plenty of European talent in the higher echelons of the cruiserweight division. Denis Lebedjev, of course, the other one. He's into the top 10. These veteran, 34 years of age now.
Round 2.
Thing is, we think Marco Hutt and Juan Pablo Hernandez have been around for donkey's years, but the two of them are only 29 years of age. So there's plenty of years left in those two to dominate. Although Huck, of course, continues to think about dominating the division above. Here, Beljo in the white trunks then, and Davidaitis, big right hand again. And now he's getting into range to land some of these big shots. It could spell a problem here for Davidaitis.
Yeah, these are hurtful shots from Beljo.
And he is beginning to move. Left hook catches him again.
I think Davidaitis, he should be throwing a good shot, but he should throw some sort of power shots and stuff. Try and gain a little bit of respect from Beljo, because at the moment Beljo seems to be having things all his own way. Doesn't seem too phased or bothered coming forward. Switching it good from head to body.
There just seems to be no conviction in what Davidaitis is actually throwing here. That's better. A couple of good left hooks, and again, 3 and 4 punch combination there from Beljo. Just beginning to gradually wear down his opponent here. Scheduled for 6 rounds, this fight.
Well, some nose
cut on the nose.
It's a nosebleed now.
Nosebleed it is.
And the gum shields come out now.
Couldn't complain about his work rate, could you? Over the course of the year, as we said, looking for 12.
Yeah, being kept KOs. Incredibly active.
Again, these solid shots with both left and right hand. It's the right which is sinking into his ribcage as well, that is slowing him down a bit.
And these are clubbing shots, Tim. Even if they land on the glove, they drain you. You know, they wear you down, they break you down gradually. And as you say, Davidaitis throwing the shots, but with no true conviction.
And no defence at all from Davidaitis. He looks basically what he is, which is very inexperienced indeed. Covers up then, but again, 4 good shots he's taken. But he wants to buy a bit of time here. Yeah.
Yeah, and who can blame him?
Well, it looks as if it's just going to be a matter of time, really, doesn't it, to be honest?
Formalities are taking place now. You can see Beljo starting to get on top, becoming the superior of the two of them. And as you say, Tim, it is, I believe, just a matter of time now. But, you know, this is boxing. We've seen stranger things happen. It just doesn't seem that Davidaitis has any kind of parry to worry Beljo. Not at this point, anyway.
Wondering whether or not this is the same Davidaitis that actually did take David at Howe out in Sheffield, because he's not thrown anything that remotely looks as if he's got the requisite amount of power to actually halt Damir Beljo. 3rd round then here. Yeah, you can see, you can hear the calls to move your body. Just vary the attacks a little bit, Beljo, rather than just walking in straight lines. Trying to create the angle, but he's not succeeded so far in the opening half minute. And there's a bit of intent, at least from Davidaitis, who's thrown a couple of his own.
And there we go. There we see, that's the difference. And unfortunately for Davidaitis, he's just not strong enough to keep Beljo at range, keep him away. He has his moments, but a little bit infrequent.
Well, maybe there's just a bit of fatigue from Beljo, really, after a year that has had 12 different fights in it. And he was last in action. That's a good right hand. And mouth guard goes out again.
Well, he's going to be careful of that. If that happens again, he could get a warning.
Yeah, last time at Vasily Dragomir. Retired in the third round.
Oh, that was a
massive shot.
Yeah, he took the shot well though. Davidaitis, credits him for that. It was a good solid swinging shot.
He's been warned again about holding on here, Davidaitis.
And it is Davidaitis showing all the signs of battle. A nasty swelling under his right eye. Again, these sort of shots, they're just arm shots. Doesn't seem to be thrown with any kind of power or conviction or nasty intent.
You want to get this over with if he can, rather than go the distance. Doesn't want to spoil the statistics for the year. And he's having to learn to be a little bit patient here as the right hand follows up with the good left hook again, sinking that right into the body rather than going for the more obvious headshot. And he's putting significant effort into these shots, you can hear it.
He's grunting with every shot, and as you say, putting an awful lot of power in.
Good combination. It's almost as if he's putting too much effort into them.
That's right. The best shots, the most powerful shots, you know, when you're relaxed. He's not relaxed. He's trying a little bit too hard. Winning the fight, but yeah. Again, I believe making hard work of it, Tim.
Well, he's fought a total of 20 rounds this year. And that is against 11 different opponents. Whatever way you dress that series of statistics up, it looks impressive. But it wouldn't be, I mean, the guy must have been he's been in the gym, plus, you know, being ready, fighting fit, ready to get into action almost every month. I mean, it's a really tough schedule, this. He's 29 years of age. Maybe they feel they've got to move him on and get him,
Maybe the case.
Title prepared very quickly.
Yeah, you can argue the fact they've certainly kept him active, kept him busy.
But you can do too much, can't you?
You certainly can, and perhaps, you know, he does look a little bit fatigued tonight, trying just a little bit too hard. Maybe that is the case here tonight, who knows?
Right, then he's out here in round 4. I don't think too many people thought this would be going 4 rounds, to be perfectly honest. Looked a little bit low with that left hook then.
Subsequently, no complaints for Davidaitis. Oh, doesn't want to be taking too many of them, though.
Well, to be fair, so far his punch absorption looks pretty good, doesn't it?
He's took some good shots. A little bit lumped and bumped under both eyes now. And understandably so.
There goes another one, and again it just knocks him back another couple of steps. And it's the culmination of these shots that might catch up with him in the end. It might not be just due to the concussive power of one.
this is where the difficulty comes for people like Davidaitis. They're not the most powerful. Oh, we know he can punch because, you know, his last fight, but against his opponent here tonight, he's not been able to make any kind of a dent, not be able to gain any kind of respect from him at all.
You've got to say, the same can almost be said of Davidaitis. Because and Beljo, because he's taken every one of his big shots, and you know, barring that swelling under the eye.
That's right. You've got to hand it to him. He's took some great shots. He's still there. He's doing his thing.
Well, he continues, Beljo, to put maximum amounts of effort into every one of these shots.
Stop!
Inside the final minute of the fourth, all one-way traffic again. It's just a battle of survival for Davidaitis.
Again, we can hear the grunts going in, the big swings. When you're up close to that, it's the little shots, and then you've got to wind them up. It's the final shot will be the last one.
Almost like he's getting a little bit frustrated with himself at his own inability to actually put this opponent away here. I mean, there's literally nothing coming back from Davidaitis. It's simply target practice and dealing with an awkward opponent here. That is the job of the night for Damir Beljo. Another round in the bag. I mean, he's won every round, hands down. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, comfortably ahead. But I believe making life hard, you know, hard work for himself.
Well, it would be deemed, no doubt, a success if he could get out of this six rounds and get away. That's a reminder that the main event of the night is yet to come. Christian Hammer in action against Kevin Johnson. That is up next here. Round 5 of 6. All the while, he's got to be careful here, Beljo, that he doesn't just take his eye off the game and give Davidaitis a chance to land one like he did on David Howe.
You know, you've got to take your hat off to Davidaitis. He's in there, he's taking some great shots.
He's just one of these guys, you know, you're going to be seeing, well, he's 22, 23 years of age now. You'll be seeing him 7, 8, 9 years down the line. He'll have a record of 15, 82-1.
A little bit more success in the last 30 seconds of Davidaitis. Could be, I believe Davidaitis could be a good fighter.
Well, he's certainly, we know, got one thing, which is the ability to absorb a shot.
He's very durable, give him that, yes.
He too looks as if he is completely and utterly running on empty here.
And Beljo doesn't look the freshest, you know, to say the least. Eased off the gas a little bit on this round. Doesn't certainly be putting as much into his shots.
I think he's complaining a bit that went round the back of the head. Again, they continue to send out the instruction to move your body. It's a slow round, this, for Beljo.
Well, I think this is Davidaitis' best round so far. Primarily because Beljo just hasn't applied enough pressure. Well, I'm going to give this round so far to Davidaitis.
He catches him right on the bell. But there's no doubt whatsoever that he is doing everything that he has in his power to actually get this guy out of there, and he just can't do it for whatever the reason tonight. That was the right hand that stunned him a little bit, one of the best punches he's thrown. But look at those, every one of them going onto the gloves. And maybe a bit of criticism coming the way of his team there, that have had him in the ring virtually all year.
Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a learning fight for Beljo tonight. He's got to be learning to deal with these kind of opponents far better than what he's doing here tonight. Making hard work of it. And looks fatigued. He's tried to bomb him out. It hasn't happened. And dare I say, he's left wanting. He's left with question marks. You've got to be able to change. You've got to be able to change your pattern, change your style to different opponents. He hasn't been bombed this guy away, and there's question marks there for me.
Sixth and final round then here. Is he going to do what he's done to every other opponent this year, or is he going to end on a bit of a low? And who knows? Davidaitis has got 3 minutes here now to make a bit of an impression, and maybe he can do something. If he wants, well, he obviously knows if he wants to win, he's going to have to take his opponent out here, which looks rather unlikely, but again, who knows? There is this big punch in there somewhere. We haven't seen it yet.
Again, just the arm swings coming in from Davidaitis.
Right hand followed up by 2 decent left hooks, but again, it's just as if he didn't land anything at all, and that is part of the frustration here for Beljo. He's probably rolled into town tonight believing that he only had to get in the ring and this guy wasn't going to last too long. And he's tried to vary everything. That was almost like a cuff then.
Well, it doesn't look at this stage, Tim, if he's going to continue his run of stopping opponents. Looks like this one may go the distance.
And that may be just the thing he needs.
Who knows? Who knows?
Because he's gone in there with the belief that he's just going to blast his opponent out, and it hasn't happened. And he's got a bit ragged. He looks totally frustrated.
Yes, and this may be a good learning fight for him to realise you can't go out there and bomb everybody out. Some people are going to be cute, elusive. Some people are not just going to fall down when you hit them. You know, you've got to give Davidaitis credit here tonight. He took some good shots. He's still there, and he's still trying hard.
Yeah, you can hear his coach screaming at him. And a bit of stray tape I think they need to deal with here. Oh, they haven't stopped the clock. Well, he's going to improve his record here to 14-0. And he spent a lifetime, not only just as a pro, but as an amateur, just knocking everything out that came his way. And after you've been fed a diet of fights like that, where you were able to dominate and take the opponent out, you can understand why there might be this frustration.
Yeah, and that hasn't happened here tonight. He's not been able to carry on the success he's previously had.
That was better. That was a really crisp left hook, and he's determined here to just try and get this man out of here. The final few seconds, and throwing some good quality punches in there again. He is going to survive here. And there it is, end of the fight. He wanted to carry on there, but he's given it everything, and tonight just wasn't his night, really. Clearly had the better of his opponents in Davidaitis. Again, it's that cuffing right hand. And he never moaned once during the course of those exchanges.
None at all.
Davidaitis.
Like you say, subsequently no complaints from Davidaitis. He knows the rough and smooth of the game.
What's he saying? Where's Marco Huff? Where's Pablo Hernandez?
That's a little bit further down the line for him. He's got a little bit of learning to do yet. He's an ongoing progression.
He's 29 years of age, and they clearly feel the best way to progress him and to get him noticed is to have him in the ring virtually every other month or every month. But they could probably do. We're just giving him a bit of time off.
Yeah, he's looked a little bit flat tonight, and certainly not his usual self.
Des Kampfes im Cruisergewicht über 6 Runden. Damir Beljo aus Bosnien-Herzegowina.
No surprise, and certainly he can't complain about his work rate or his ethic. Ends a highly positive year, 14-0.
Liebe Boxsportfreunde.